June 11, 1962. The most secure prison in America woke up to an impossible nightmare. 3 men had vanished from their cells. In their place, dummy heads made of soap, toilet paper, and human hair. So realistic, guards didn't notice for hours. But here's what makes this escape legendary. Over 60 years later, the FBI still doesn't know if they survived. This is the story of the only successful escape from Alcatraz. Or was it Alcatraz, the rock, built on an island in the middle of San Francisco Bay, surrounded by freezing water with currents so strong they could pull a grown man under in seconds? The prison housed America's most dangerous criminals: Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, Robert Stroud, the Birdman of Alcatraz. The warden called it escape-proof. In 29 years, 36 men tried to escape. All were caught, killed, or drowned, until Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers changed everything. Frank Morris, IQ of 133, genius-level intelligence, convicted of bank robbery. He'd escaped from prisons before, but never one like Alcatraz. John and Clarence Anglin, brothers, bank robbers from Florida. They tried to escape from other prisons together, failed every time. But in Alcatraz, they found each other. And they found a weakness. If you want to know how they pulled off the impossible, hit subscribe. Because this plan took 6 months of secret preparation. Behind their cells was a utility corridor, a maintenance tunnel that ran the length of the cell block. The walls, old, crumbling concrete. Morris discovered it first. He realized the air vents at the back of each cell could be chipped away. Slowly, quietly, night after night. But they needed tools, and they needed a cover story. They joined the prison band. Why? Because it gave them access to the music room and accordion cases to hide their tools. They stole spoons from the cafeteria, sharpened them into chisels, used a vacuum cleaner motor stolen from a janitor's closet to drill through concrete. Every night after lights out, they chipped away at the vents. The noise, covered by the prison's music hour and their own accordion practice. But here's the genius part. They made dummy heads to fool the guards during night checks. Toilet paper mixed with soap, molded into realistic heads, painted with flesh-colored paint stolen from the art room, real human hair from the barbershop floor glued on top. They placed them on their pillows every night. From the cell door in dim light, they looked real. Guards walked past, never suspected a thing. For 6 months, they worked in secret. Now here's where it gets insane. Escaping the cell was only half the plan. They still had to cross a bay that had killed dozens of swimmers. Comment right now if you think they made it across alive. But escaping the cell was only step 1. They still had to cross the bay. They needed a raft and life vests. Using raincoats stolen from other inmates, over 50 of them, they stitched together a raft and life vests. How? With a makeshift sewing machine made from stolen materials. They inflated the raincoats by blowing into them, tested the seams with water from the sink. They built wooden paddles, hid everything in the utility corridor. And then they picked their night. June 11, 1962, 10 p.m. Lights out. Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin placed their dummy heads on their pillows, squeezed through the vents, climbed up the utility corridor to the roof. They crossed the roof, climbed down a drain pipe, reached the shore. At 11:30 p.m. they inflated their raft, pushed off into the freezing water, and vanished into the night. The next morning, guards found the dummy heads, the empty cells, the hole in the wall. The most secure prison in America had been beaten. The FBI launched the largest manhunt in history. Coast Guard searched the bay. Police scoured the mainland. They found pieces of the raft washed up on Angel Island, footprints in the mud, a paddle floating near Alcatraz, but no bodies, no trace of the men. The official conclusion: they drowned. The currents were too strong, the water too cold. Case closed, or was it? In 2013, the San Francisco police received a letter, handwritten, mailed from someone claiming to be John Anglin. "My name is John Anglin. I escaped from Alcatraz in June 1962 with my brother Clarence and Frank Morris. I'm 83 years old and in bad shape. I'd like to make a deal. If you announce on TV that I'll be promised to just go to jail for no more than a year, I'll write back to let you know exactly where I am. The FBI analyzed the letter, couldn't confirm or deny its authenticity. But here's what's chilling. The Anglin family claims the brothers made it. They say they have photos of John and Clarence in Brazil in the 1970s. 3 theories remain. Theory 1, they drowned. The official FBI stance. The water was 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The currents were deadly. No one could survive. Theory 2, they made it to shore but died of hypothermia. Their bodies were never found because the bay swept them out to sea. Theory 3, they survived. Made it to the mainland. Lived in hiding for decades. The 2013 letter was real. Which theory do you believe? Comment below. 1 for drowned, 2 for hypothermia, 3 for survived. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because we're diving into more mysteries like this every week. In 1979, the FBI officially closed the case, declared the men dead, but they never found the bodies. Alcatraz closed as a prison in 1963, just 1 year after the escape. Some say the escape embarrassed the government so much, they shut it down. Today, you can visit Alcatraz, walk through the cells, see the dummy heads in the museum. But the question remains, did Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers pull off the impossible? Or are they still out there somewhere, living under new names? The truth is still out there, and we're going to keep searching for it.